My name is Poria Bazargani. I am a structural engineer with 15 years of experience. I hold a PhD in seismic engineering, and I have been using SAP 2000 for my entire engineering career to date. I am also the vertical owner for structural engineering for Compass, which is our structural engineering co-pilot. What we're going to demonstrate today is how Compass can help even an experienced or an expert user of SAP 2000, such as myself. What we're going to do in the first step is to import the geometry of our building into SAP 2000, and then we're going to give only the minimum necessary information to Compass, and it will go ahead and do the entire modeling, loading, analysis, and design for us. This is a steel building and it has steel decks, and for demonstration purposes we're going to show you only the dead and live loads and do the design for those loads, but of course this can be expanded to include other types of loads. You can see that Compass is able to recognize that we have 3 different floor levels by analyzing the geometry. It also is able to assign appropriate boundary conditions for our columns in the form of restraints. Then it generates some area elements that are used to apply the loads onto the structure. This distributes them to the beams and subsequently to the columns. And then the appropriate load cases are defined, and the analysis is run to get the section forces that are used for designing the beams and columns. Of course, we need an initial guess for the sizes of those beams and columns. An experienced engineer usually does that based on their experience or based on some rules of thumb. We have already integrated that into Compass, and Compass is able to make a very good first guess for how big those beams and columns need to be. It then uses the design functionality built into SAP 2000 to do the design check based on the steel code, which in this case we have shown for AISC 360. In subsequent development stages of Compass, we are going to incorporate a design optimization algorithm that saves a lot of material. This is usually what the engineer needs a few weeks to do, but we can show how Compass can do this in less than a day's time. More importantly, it always keeps the engineer as involved and as included as the engineer needs to be to do or wants to be to do any checks or verifications or make any modifications that the engineer wants to.